In this video, I'll share the 25 lessons I've learned in 2025. And these lessons span between business, my relationships, and my own self. I think the process of knowing yourself and learning to live life, it's going to be until I die. But I think these 25 lessons will stand the test of time because they can be applicable to any age. So hope you enjoy it and find value of it. So let's get started. Number one, radical honesty creates direction. So you must be honest of what you truly want in life, and you cannot be gray about it, because when you are gray with your true desires, you're robbing people the opportunity of actually giving them to you, or you actually finding the things and the people and the situations that actually will resonate with that truth that you truly embody. And this even happened to me in my relationship. I was not truly honest with what I wanted, or I wasn't as clear and assertive towards what I wanted, and that led us to finally breaking up in last month, because I now understood that I need to be super honest, and I cannot choose her if she's not truly what I want. So big lesson. Number two, success is a volume game. So this year we reached the most amount of people with some of our clients' videos. We had a video that reached 9 million views, and it was a success. We also reached a client that gave us like $14,000 in one payment for a 6-month container, because again, we kept on showing up. We kept on doing the videos. We kept on doing sales calls. We kept up improving our systems and just doing much more volume of what's expected. And that led us to actually reach these things. So again, it's a confirmation to me that you're not doing enough volume. And this is also by Alex Hormozy, that volume negates luck. The more volume you do in any area of your life, the better you will become at it. Then the expectations protect relationships. So for my future partner and for my future clients as well, I clearly know what I'm willing and I'm not willing to do. And I just recently, I'm finalizing an engagement with one of our longest time clients, but the reasons are because there were unmet expectations from both sides consistently. So I understand that keeping those expectations are literally what allows the relationship to continue. When I'm now dating, or when I'll be dating, I know that if I say the things that I truly want or what I expect from the other right from the get-go, it's definitely gonna first filter out anyone that's not in alignment with what I want, and also will keep the container super clean and understanding, okay, this is what you're able to do and this is what you're not able to do. So my invitation is clearly clarify the expectations in every single area of your life, and clear the expectations that you have with yourself first, because if you have those, the rest become actually easier. Attention beats effort. So you can do a lot of things, but they can lead to nowhere. Whereas if you do a little bit of the right things, you can go further way, way faster. And I did this with a couple of things. I've tried ads that didn't work. I tried videos that were still not proper or not high quality. And just volume for the sake of volume is not the answer, but it's volume with intention, volume looking for quality. And there has been moments where I'm not able to deliver the biggest volume, but I'm able to deliver the biggest quality. So I would rather at this point in time do the most amount of volume, but within the container of being valuable and something that actually matters. Then number 5 is discernment is the real AI skill. So with AI, we work every single day with our agency, but the difference between the winners and losers with AI And in the following years, it's discernment. You don't have to let AI do the thinking for you. You actually have to have the discernment. You actually have to organize your ideas and your thoughts and your criteria between what is right, what's wrong, and don't let everything that it says be the final answer. Always double check, triple check, and put the context into what you want. Yes, AI, it's a beautiful tool and it enhances your work. It speeds up your workload immensely. However, it becomes a downside and it can really destroy your capacity to think critically if you just use it as a thinking machine versus as a worker or as a tool. So anything else that you take from this video, it's always use your discernment. Don't allow other things, people, or machines to think for yourself, because that's where you lose the game. Because at the end, you're all choosing. So if you outsource the choosing for you, you're just living someone else's life, and that's not worth it at all. Then never rush never rush. Number 6 is never rush big decisions. I was about to get engaged. I was about to start living with my almost wife, and I did it from this sense of I need to get this fast. I need to marry her and have her in my control, and that was a mistake. That was a mistake because I didn't pause enough to realize, okay, is this really the person? Are all the planets aligning? And yes, you might never be ready for big commitments, but you have to choose them not in a rush. The best decisions are made with a good night's sleep, food, and thinking it for a long time, because they're gonna change your decisions forever. So there is no rush. There is enough time, and this is not a pink slip for you to don't take action of the things that are truly calling your soul and the things that you've already thought for about 2 years and you're still not acting on it. That is procrastination and perfectionism, and you should not wait for those things if you've already thought them through. But if you're wanting for a big decision and you're thinking it for a week or a month or even a year, probably it's not the best decision yet. So take your time. Take your time. You're going to be fine. And yes, like there's going to be regrets of your decision if you don't make the right decision, but there's a bigger regret also in never making the decision and hoping of what would have happened if I had taken the chance. So that's the lesson for you. And then number 7, your body is your responsibility. So I achieved the 6-pack. I'm super happy that I was able to reach that level of physical fitness, and I know that next year it's going to be even better. And I understand that I can master this body. From here up, there's 1,000 things that I cannot control, right? My thoughts will fluctuate. I will have thoughts that are not mine, and that is okay. Like, that is part of the process. And I don't intend to control this. I intend to manage and hold the tempo, because to me, it's one of the most important things that you can do in life. Because if this is correct, everything is correct. Because if you're sick, you cannot focus. You are less productive, and you can do less of what you could do if you were at 100%. Presence is power. So this specific moment, I'm taking the most amount of my attention into creating this video, because it's the last video of 2025, and I know that I'm doing my best to make it happen. Whereas I still don't know if this video is actually being recorded in the highest quality. I hope it does. But I'm doing my best to just focus my energy into making this the best moment ever. And when I was able to give this to my partner or to my family or to my work, I know that the results come through. I know that my transmission goes through in a much easier and much powerful way. So my invitation is, instead of you trying to get many things done, is how many of those things can you do with presence, and simplify just to that. Because again, it's not a rush. You're going to get things done. If you don't do it at the timeline that you think, while you're alive, you still have another opportunity. So be present. Give people the gift of your presence. Then we go back into practice needs intention. So again, volume for the sake of volume or videos for the sake of doing videos will not improve. So this video, for example, I'm doing my best to practice without filler words, whereas in previous videos, I will try to rush things. And that's the small improvement. That's the ability to, okay, take the lesson and actually take the lesson of what you did and push it into the future. So my invitation again, and this is the filler words, the so. Can you practice one new skill every quarter, or maybe the whole year, that at the end of the year you would be proud because it's on another level, because you were able to actually upskill it, to iterate little by little that powerful activity or that powerful skill that you wanted to master. And I've learned a lot from Jiu-Jitsu because, again, I'm almost 3 years on it and I'm still learning. And that's because every time I'm on the mat, I know that I can improve this little bit, and I will get submitted and I will get crushed. But I know that the next time I will understand that, oh, that's how it happened, so I can get better by avoiding it or moving in a different way so I can get the upper hand. Number 10, mirrors accelerate growth. You need to be in a container. You need to be around other people, other men, other women, if you're a woman, someone that reflects your ideas and your thoughts, because you're not an island. You are meant to be in community around other people that can see the best in you. So it's really important that, yes, you find the right people, but you actually open yourself up to be vulnerable, because if you just get your ideas just for yourself, without sharing, without asking for reflections, not for advice necessarily, but for reflections, you will just be on an echo chamber, and that won't help you grow at all. Number 11, nature is not optional. You don't need to love it, you just need it. There's 100 studies that evidence the fact that nature can really, really make us better humans, that can really improve our quality of life. And if you take the time to just decompress 5 minutes a day or 1 hour a week, that's going to change in all aspects of your life. There's wisdom in nature that you cannot find in your devices or in a podcast or in a book. You need to experience it. And my invitation and my challenge to myself is to be more in nature this next year, because it's so powerful and so abundant, which takes your problems away, because again, we're just playing this game of life. And if you take time to decompress, you can come back recharged and ready to face whatever you need to face. Number 12, it goes back to outsourcing, right? Overusing AI weakens your thinking. So AI should support your judgment. It should not replace it. If you have ideas, develop them a little bit and then send it to ChatGPT to maybe mirror it as well or polish it in a bit. But don't ask it for ideas, because it will just give you more of what you think it wants or what you think it's right, or what other people have already said and regurgitated for 1,000 times. So it's not worth it. It's not worth it for you to just live by a prompt. You're much more than that. So give yourself the gift to discern and think for yourself, because it's still free. It's not illegal to think. Number 13, more people won't solve the problems. I had a team of 10 people in my company, and I ended up paying about $10,000 a month. Like, I literally was paying $10,000 a month in my team, and it's crazy because we lost clients and I had to let go of the team, and it wasn't as efficient as I thought it would be. So it's about the right people, the specialized people, the people who actually can manage and hold a bigger capacity, and maybe pay them even better, because we're doing something beautiful and super powerful, but I still see myself trying to fix and solve everything. So this next year is also about finding the right people who will support me in the growth of the company to the highest level. So I'm really, really excited for that and what's going to happen then. And number 14, you cannot save people. You cannot change people. You cannot save them. You cannot tell them what to do, because they're not going to listen. You can only be the mirror. You can only ask, what do they want? You can only reflect that power and that presence that you are embodying yourself, and be the inspiration or be the role model. But you cannot move their body for them. You cannot think for them. And I learned it the hard way, trying to change even my partner or my ex-partner. I cannot force people to do anything. Then commitment is daily. So a commitment is not something that you say, okay, today I'm going to do it, but then you fail. And yes, you might fail your commitments, but it's more around the part of the re-engagement, that every day is day one. Every day you have to say, okay, this is what I choose. And because you know that it's going to be hard, and you know that it's going to be difficult, it goes back to the first lesson, which is having radical honesty. Don't commit to something that you don't really want to commit to. Don't say yes to things that are not a hell yes in all your body and your mind. And yes, there's things that you can do scared, and there's things and uncertainty and investment opportunities or other things that you might not have all the answers. However, there is a difference between choosing a commitment and just choosing a goal. And we can have as many goals as we want, but reduce your amount of commitment so you know for a fact that that is going to happen no matter what. Number 16, launches require action, not theory. So it was the first time where I actually launched something from scratch for 2 clients. And for one, we had some level of success, and for the other one, not so much, but we did it, right? We did it from scratch to the end. And it requires, again, a lot of volume, but it requires action. It requires you doing the work. Launches are probably one of the hardest things to do, because you're bringing a lot of people together and congregating them into one powerful idea that is your framework, that it's your identity, that it's what you've thought and healed through, and you're inviting them to join. So it's harder than to sell one-to-one. But the upside, it's way, way better if you master it. So I've started doing it, and I know that next year we're going to get way better at it, where we're going to have massive success, because I entered the space already supporting people that had already done launches in the past, but I felt really good doing something from scratch and actually understanding how it's like. I've launched my own products. We've had certain levels of success, but it's again going back to the practice and saying, okay, this thing didn't work, but how can I actually improve and get better at it? Number 18 is niche focus wins. So now I understand 100% that my target is coaches who are making over $500,000 a year, or founders who've exited companies and don't have like the pressure of money, but want to build a brand. I'm super clear that I will not work with any other person that it's not in those areas, because I know it's way harder for me to deliver to the full of my capacity, because we're really, really good at content creation and building a system that just expands and amplifies what you're already doing. And yes, taking a founder that has money and resources, it's easier to take someone that is putting their last cents or their last $1,000 to work with us, because it doesn't make sense. And I've tried a couple of times with niches outside of my industry, and I just don't like it because I have to think of other things, and it's just not rewarding enough. And they're not satisfied because I don't have the depth of knowledge that I have in the personal development space compared to other spaces. So we're sticking there and we're winning. Like, we're closing the year way better than we did last year. And I know it's just going to improve from here, because we're just going to stay focused on what we do best. Number 19, sell the bigger package. I tried selling a $22 course, a $33 course, a $50 lead magnet, a $300 offer, a $1,000 offer, and I still sold the highest tiered offer of the $14,000. So again, it's a reminder that you want to put the effort in the thing that gives you the biggest results. Don't outsource and try to span your attention into multiple offers, because you can put the same effort into getting more money in less time for a bigger package. And eventually, when you have that package running on autopilot and you want to have little offers that lead to that bigger offer, yes, it can make sense, but it requires a different machine and it requires more time. So when we are getting started, because again, it's just 3 years of the business, I'll stay on the one niche and on the biggest package, because that's going to help us grow the furthest and the best. Then, structure beats perfection. What does that mean? So number 20, short structure executed now beats a perfect structure later, because structure will change. Structure is malleable. My business plans, or the things that I've done in the past, of the super well thought out 20-page business plan, ends up not working, or working 10%, versus taking a structure, taking a plan, and actually executing. And I will take that over anything, because the world is changing so fast. So again, don't focus so much on having it perfect or having all the plan laid out. It's better to have 20% of the plan laid out, but actually executing on that 20%, that having 100% and then the year passes and you didn't do anything. Number 21, culture needs daily reinforcement. So again, running the company, I come to enjoy a lot of running the business and talking with my team and growing together, because most people right now, again, have so many options, but they want to be part of something. At least that's my understanding. And I want to actually like the people I work with, and at least like, right? I don't need to love them, but I want to like and trust them, because it's going to make it easier for us to connect and grow together. They're spending so many hours working with us and talking and connecting in a professional level, because that's what they're doing. That's what they're in charge of right now. So I reinforce the values. I have the values in the back of my sweater, and it's constantly. I'm super proud that we've read so many books this year with the business. I'm so proud because there were people that were willing to work for free when we had a loss of clients, and that is because I'm constantly practicing and making the culture better. And I don't want to lose this when we're growing, because I feel that, again, your relationships or the way that you experience life, it's through the relationships that are happening on a day-to-day. So clients come and go. Yes, I want to have them as long as possible, but if the team is solid and it grows and it evolves, those are the people who will last the longest. And I have to be mindful of that. So super grateful of my team. Then, number 22, thinking time must be protected, and distraction is easier than ever. I still catch myself daily scrolling, doom scrolling, just going into other areas. And I have to be really mindful of just blocking time to think. The CEO time, as Joe Stolte says, it's so important because that's going to lead us to a better place. Just giving myself time to reflect on these 25 lessons, it's making this business better, because I'm internalizing and embodying all the lessons that I've learned. And if I'm just doing and reacting to all the things that happen in the business, I will never grow. So it's taking the time to actually think, because the pause, it's always necessary for a melody to happen. If it was just sound, it would become noise and it wouldn't be harmonious. So you need a pause. You need to think, because that is like sharpening the axe. Then 23, cash flow is a safety system. So in the business, again, I was investing in masterminds in other places and things like that. And we had a bunch of cash coming in at the beginning of the year, towards March, May. But then we dropped a bunch of clients. So we had, again, to let go of people. So the cash flow is lifeblood of the business. And I've been really intelligent in making the business model to be recurrent monthly fees or quarterly fees, because it keeps cash flow coming in, and I have a space so I can hold my team members. I don't have such pressure of knowing where is the next payment going to come from, because I know that we are in a relationship with our clients where they are constantly paying us. So maybe 1.7 to 2 times your expenses would be a really nice way to understand your business. And yes, that's a minimum requirement, right? But the more you have as a safety net, the more adventurous and the more, what's it called, aggressive you can be at investing in ideas and doing plans and actions that could actually grow your business. So cash flow is king. Work on getting paid before you do the work, or as soon as you deliver the work, but make it so that cash flow keeps coming. There's also 24, seasons exist in business. So there are cycles, right? I now understand that towards the middle of the year, at least in this agency model, it tends to dry up towards the summer. I don't know why, but towards the end of the year, I start getting more clients. Beginning of the year there's going to be more clients, I know for a fact, and I'm going to prepare for the middle of the year where certain clients might drop off, because it sometimes happens, and then go back again towards the end of the year. So it's understanding cycles, and it might change, but knowing that when you're down, it's not going to stay forever, and knowing when you're up, it's not going to stay forever. So take your actions accordingly, and I'm going to live in between those things. And number 25, again, this is a long video, but social media is long as well. It's a long game. You don't want to expect to grow viral overnight. And yes, you can do it, but the people that have done it probably are the people who've already mastered the game and already understand certain pillars and certain ways of operating that I still haven't quite grasped yet. I'm getting closer, because I know that there were certain videos that did went viral with my clients' accounts and with my own account, but not to the degree where I say, okay, I know what I'm doing, because there's so many things changing, and there's frameworks that I still need to master, which I know in theory, but to the degree of execution that I want them, I'm still a bit way further down. So I'll keep you guys posted on that. And with that, yeah, I want to thank you for watching this lesson. I hope these lessons help you in any way, and you can make 2026 the best year ever. We're super excited that we're serving, again, a bunch of clients who really support us and really want to grow with us. We know that we'll want to do this for the long term, and I'm not going anywhere. So if you want to grow your social media and your business with us, again, we're super happy to support you and excited, because we know that we can deliver high quality, powerful work for big coaches that want to change the world. With that said, thank you 2025. See you in 2026, and let's make more magic happen.